fellow fan geeks, it's your fangirl Tally, and it's time for some more The Stupendium. This is The Ribbon, Alan Wake 2 song, featuring Cami-Cat. So let's do this. Video contains a flickering imagery. Okay, we'll see if we can make it through this one, guys. Bear with me. I have a seizure disorder, so the flickery can be a problem.
The viewer enraptured by the video before them. Subscribe to the Stupendium. The video in question was sponsored by Remy and Epic Games.
Wow.
At the edge of understanding, the border of the known, the breaking point of reason, where logic is dethroned, where sense is defenseless and festers on the bone, one writer fights a cycle trying to write a way back home.
Wow.
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Rhythm.
We open our protagonist, brash, pragmatic fantasist, trapped within a cabin, frantic, grappling with a manuscript, passionately grasping for a catalyst, but the syntax isn't landing. Grab the draft out from the carriage and abandons it. He doesn't really know quite what he's writing, but he has to. Sits enraptured in the flow of what he's typing, cramping grips his hands and fits the hammer, slam the characters, then writhe and dance and twist, but never seem to parse more than surviving as the grammar shifts. A bulb that flickers for a moment.
You guys know, those of you who've been here for a while know that I am also a writer. And when I started, we did not have a computer. Or the computer we did have was green, print on black screen, that kind. Super old. And we were very limited on how much we were allowed to use it, because it actually my dad's for work, I believe. I know it was his for whatever. And so, you know, we were very limited on how much we were allowed to use it and what we were allowed to use it for. So me spending hours in front of it writing wasn't an option. So instead, we were garage sailing and I found an old typewriter. And for the longest time, that is what I wrote on. I wrote drafts for romance novels. I wrote fun stories about my friends and I. All of that kind of stuff. And I did it on a typewriter. And to this day, given the choice between a computer and a typewriter, almost 80% of the time, I would take a typewriter just because I love the feel and the sound and even the smell of it, the ink and all of that. Typewriter like that is always so much more satisfying. Is there something like that for you? Where there's just the feel of it, like writing pen on paper or typing on an old school typewriter, that kind of thing, just is like, wow, that is the feeling of doing it. The act is so much better. Comment below, let me know.
Forms unspoken, hark the call, the shadows beckon, swallowed dawn, still all consume, every corner lurking, looming. You, the ichor hymn, so soothing, the screaming silence deafens. Another page, a hurried scrawl, a knife replays a dozen more, another failing crumpled ball of almost maybe on the floor. Framed within the maze within the print, his escape from all this hinges how much page becomes the door.
Existence is testing the answers we write to riddles and chapters that can't be defined. Pigments of black and the parchment of white, the thickness they track through the dark to the light. The hammers, the keys, and the patterns they weave, the fragments of me that they trap in between. We all have to write on the pages we're given, but you can't live life on both sides of the ribbon, tied to the ribbon.
It is the dream of any creative to leave their mark indelible on the world. But be careful what mark such an obsession might leave on you.
Another chapter opens, but our hero isn't sure if the pattern is unbroken. Has he penned this page before? Is he writing what he's lived or now reliving what he's written? Every end with felt beginnings cast adrift within the lore. On a lake that turned to ocean, drowning under weight of legacy. When any sentence could be sentenced as the last they ever see. Our pages pass relentless, count or not, there is no remedy. And so he sits again and attempts to pen preemptive threnody. Amorphous in memoriam, in effigy uncertain. Unsure if all this really is himself, at least a version. But these whispers grip the narrative, treat sense with bleak aversion. Tendrils bend and break immersion, twisting cursive through recursion. His words branch out and path too dark to follow through trees. With pages piled so high, he's lost the forest for leaves. No saying what to believe, he doesn't want him to leave. And so these pages end up bound to make the story repeat. Wake up, these touch the night falls. See what that party might cause. You can fight what you write, you write with life, and the light you see at the right fall. You need a proper tool to get a proper service. You won't believe the things that play right there beneath the surface. All this thing floating through tones and no way of knowing if you were composing or you're just quoting. Approach your sewing, a go of goading, corroding your ego glowing, but broke with just broken. If it's your upper like a coffee pot of flow. A hero's journey burdened by the characters deployed. When all your thousand faces is so narratively void. Where the adjectives employed with the marriage of destroyed. This hobby, the whole family can enjoy.
In the dark and winding eaves of your mind, reach from a sucker blind, but reaching in kind. It's down a path where leaves and secrets entwine. Even apart, two heroes, one storyline. Small town, and I know the narrative conventions. Establishing shots in the dark, a plot within art beyond all comprehension. I'll be the first person to admit the present is tense and not sure if I'll get these words to fit. The presence descending, I hear it calling my name. I feel me falling away, chasing these pages with questioning my age.
This is unnecessary. They did not need to bring this to life for me. The game was traumatizing enough.
Answers me right to riddles and chapters that can't be defined. Pigments of black and the parchment of white. The figments they track through the dark to the light. The hammers and keys and the patterns they weave. The fragments of me that they trap in between. We all have to write on the pages we're given, but you can't live life on both sides of the ribbon. Tied to the ribbon.
Creativity. It is the impetus of any artist to pour themselves into their work. But pour too much, and you might not like what you find at the bottom of the bottle.
Our hero once again attempts to find the words he lacks, and peers between the lines to see the lines observing back. A speech all too familiar, and oh, the surface cracks. What's the matter, Alan? We can't both be worthless hacks.
Now I know what you think.
This is crazy. No, he can't exist. You could have made a killing. Just embraced a little masochist. Instead you're dried up trying to earn a living from a manuscript. But have you tried for just 1 second living as the manuscript? I'm the part you were ashamed of. I'm the part you tried to fight. I'm the part you told yourself didn't keep you awake at night. I'm the part of you that's better. You just can't concede I'm right. So you poured me into pages, and I guess I'm just your type. You notebook for your self-worth, but tell me, what does that sell for? And was the journey through hell worth how short you fell on the bell curve? And one day they'll forget you, but I have stories to tell first. Cause I'm the face that you gave them to be you, and maybe I'm well versed. What am I when you're already a shadow of yourself? Tell me who would look at this and then take that down off the shelf? You had it, buddy, all of it. The fame, the glam, the wealth. But what's it worth if you won't play the hands around us dealt? Nightmares don't use logic, yeah, we know that you can read. Sat there hoping for the credits, but it's me who's supposed to lead. All that hokum in your head, but where's the quote to make you see that perhaps you're antithetical to the poetry of me?
Casting the answers we write to riddles and chapters that can't be defined. Pigments of black and the parchment of white. The figments they track through the dark to the light. The hammers and keys and the patterns they weave. The fragments of me that they trap in between.
The light.
We all have to write on the pages we're given, but you can't live life on both sides of the ribbon. Tied to the ribbon.
You got the clicker?
Another chapter ended, but not an arc adjourned. A narrative repeating for a plot he can't discern. He's writing a departure, but he's still yet to learn that every line he starts must always end at the return.
And there you have it. A vicious cycle scored by the hammer of keys and the ring of the typewriter. A writer cursed to relive his own words, trapped in a world of his own making. A novel concept. Everyone likes to get lost in a good book. But be careful what you read. In Night Springs.
Messed up! We loved that game, though.
Alan Wake 2, the long-awaited sequel, was not just a video game. It was a dark, labyrinthine mystery, a gripping thriller, a mind-bending horror experience. The Stupendium, a content creator and only half-decent impressionist, had been hired by the game developers to promote it in the guise of the game's protagonist. With a flicker, the ad read gave way to gameplay footage. Alan, a writer trapped in a world of his own creation, and Saga, a federal agent tasked with solving a string of grisly murders, was seen exploring beautifully rendered environments, fighting nightmarish creatures. The intriguing hope of their unlikely and entwined circumstances combined with the Stupendium's musical interpretation, hopefully enticing the viewer to learn more. The game was available on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC via the Epic Store. And the Stupendium is incredibly grateful to Remedy and to Epic for their sponsorship.
That's crazy.
The dialogue continued as the ad read gave way to the end slate. Options appeared from the darkness, a playlist of more songs, information about streaming platforms, a subscribe button. The viewer, elated by the quality of the content they had just seen, could not help but like, comment, and subscribe. An unfathomable compulsion made
That was really awesome, though.
As always, the Stupendium would attempt to end with a joke, a humorous quip to close out the video. But this time, the punchline was a cliffhanger.
Alright guys, that was awesome. Comment below, let me know what else should we check out from the Stupendium, because I am absolutely loving everything I see by them. Even the ones that leave me going, what did I just watch? This one though, it's really, really fun because I've seen Alan Wake. We actually played it for you guys, so that was great. Alright, please comment below and let me know what did you think and what should we check out next. Remember to like this video if you're not already a fellow fan geek. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell with your notifications turned on so that you know every time we drop a new video. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!